6 stories in the news for Tuesday, October 24th. Fiscal update to boost CHILDPOVERTY spending. The Trudeau government is expected to announce more money for children and the working poor, along with shrinking federal deficits, in a crowd-pleasing economic update Tuesday that the Liberals are counting on to draw attention away from their embattled finance minister. But despite the economy's surprisingly strong performance in early 2017, Finance Minister Bill Morneau still isn't expected to provide a timeline to bring the federal books back to balance. Morneau is expected to enhance the Canada Child Benefit, which the government boasts has already lifted 300,000 children out of poverty. More details on religious neutrality bill. Quebec Justice Minister Stéphanie Vallée is expected to provide further details this morning about how the government's controversial Bill 62 will be implemented. The law bans people from giving or receiving public services if their face is covered. The legislation has been widely derided, with critics saying it targets Muslim women. It applies to public transit, meaning bus and subway drivers might have to tell people they can't get on if they don't show their face. Trudeau Liberals score. Quebec upset in by-election. Justin Trudeau's Liberals have pulled off a stunning by-election upset, snatching the federal riding of Lac-Saint-Jean away from the Conservatives. Lac-Saint-Jean had been held since 2007 by former Conservative Minister Denis Labelle until his retirement last spring. Prior to that, it was a Bloc Québécois stronghold. Richard Hebert, former mayor of Dolbeau-Mistassini, won the riding Monday for the Liberals. The Conservatives held on to another longtime Tory riding, however. Dane Lloyd, a 26-year-old with a history of posting controversial views in social media, easily retained the Edmonton riding of Sturgeon River Parkland with 77% of the vote. Ex-boyfriend continues testimony at Babcock trial. The trial of 2 men accused of killing a Toronto woman and burning her body is expected to hear more testimony from her ex-boyfriend today. Sean Lerner told court Monday he last heard from Laura Babcock in a text on July 1, 2012, and says he filed a missing persons report with police 2 weeks after that text. Dylan Millard, 32, of Toronto, and Mark Smich, 30, of Oakville, ONT, were charged with first-degree murder in Babcock's death. The body of the 23-year-old has not been found. Both have pleaded not guilty. Judge expected to rule in election SCT case. A judge is expected to rule today on an application for a directed verdict in the trial of 2 Ontario Liberals facing bribery charges under the Election Act. Lawyers for Pat Zorbera, who was Premier Kathleen Wynne's deputy chief of staff and Liberal campaign director, and local Liberal fundraiser Jerry Lougheed argued earlier this month in a Sudbury, ONT, court for the case to be tossed. Their directed verdict application calls on the judge to dismiss the charges before the defense has even called any witnesses, arguing the Crown hasn't proven its case. TRICOASTAL Canada 150 journey nears end. An icebreaker is on its way to Victoria, marking the last leg in a months-long expedition around Canada's 3 coasts. Canada C3 began June 1 when the Polar Prince took off from Toronto on a journey to connect Canadians and celebrate the country's 150th anniversary. The ship has traveled up the St. Lawrence River, around Newfoundland and Labrador, through the Northwest Passage, and down the Pacific coast, the Canadian Press.